So are you ready to do the intro?
No.
So you can't
Hold
just
on.
walk in here and be like, yeah, I'm gonna
I
do this shit.
no, I am gonna do it, nigga. I'm the I'm sorry. I meant to say nigga, but like it didn't come out like that way.
I'm live. I'm live.
Oh, why? Why did you do that? Anyway.
Oh, that was the fucking best cold opening we could have had.
Hey guys, welcome back to the animation, what is it, Revaluation podcast. I'm your host, Lizer, and with me always is Jay. Say hi, Jay.
Yeah.
And we have a new guest today, and her name is Nico. Say hi, Nico. Stop being a bitch.
Oh, am I supposed to be you?
If I'm Lizer, a duh.
I thought you were gonna be like, say hi, Nico. Hi.
No, you're Nico. Come on.
Damn, I don't like this anymore.
You're-
Then.
You're ruining my opening. Just say hi.
Hi.
Okay, cool.
My God.
I'm gonna let Nico take it from here
Thanks.
now.
Great intro. Really glad we have you on. Oh fuck. Alright. What's up, guys? How have you been? How have you two been?
Good. It's been raining a lot. It's gonna rain all week.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the rain right now.
I like it.
I like it.
except
I
when
don't
have
like
to go
going
work.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except when I gotta leave.
I got to wear my poncho today.
Anything else besides the rain? Any updates since like the last episode we did?
No.
Jay's sick.
Yeah, there's that.
There's that. That's cool.
It's not cool.
I start school tomorrow. That's pretty cool. What about you? Anything new with you?
Ooh, should we address the elephant in the room?
What elephant? Is it me? Am I the elephant?
You look like one, but no.
How do you know?
The big elephant in the room.
What the fuck is elephant?
Something that's changed from our last episode to this episode. There's only 5
Jay,
episodes left in the podcast.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of people knew.
What the fuck?
After 100, we're gonna be done.
Yeah.
What? I was over here like, woo, we're gonna make it 100, and then we're gonna make it 200, and then a year.
A year? What the fuck? We've been doing this for years.
We've been doing this for about what?
365.
Hell no.
episodes.
Oh no.
Absolutely not.
This is fucking rigged.
I think
Uh,
what at this rate we'll be done in
5 months.
like January. That's fuck, dude. We got 5 left.
February.
Yeah,
You guys do like one every month, right?
Yeah.
one every month.
Used to be every week.
Used to be every week, yeah. And schedules and stuff started changing, and
Plus just burnout from doing it. Like so
Yeah, so
consistently.
you're gonna finish somewhere in February.
Yeah.
Crazy. Last podcast for my birthday. Let's go.
We just never do episode 100.
Nah, episode 100 is Black Friday.
Nah.
That's the way it works.
No, we've already said episode 100. We're each gonna do something, but not tell the
Ooh.
other what it is, and then we both.
Yeah.
do something.
Okay. Imagine if you both do the same thing. That'd be
That would
pretty
be
cool.
hilarious, actually.
Okay, so my anime is the same anime as yours, and you already went through it. So,
Alright, let's get to the actual topic of today's podcast. the anime we watched this week was a little something called Deadman Wonderland. And when I said that we were doing this at the end of the last episode, a certain someone was a little hype in chat. You wanna give us any reason why?
Because it's an amazing anime. It was like one of the first like couple of animes that I watched as
really?
a child. Like I think my big three was Fruits Baskets, Black Butler, and Deadman Wonderland.
You had me at Fruits Baskets, lost me at Black Butler. God damn. To think both of those shows came back. Now we're just waiting on Deadman Wonderland season 2. It'll happen, just like No Game No Life. And look, both of them feature white-haired girls named Shiro.
Oh shit! Except one of them's like an actual child.
Yeah. Okay, so Deadman Wonderland, right? Deadman Wonderland, our main character, our main protagonist, is Serganta over here, who is your run-of-the-mill student. Show opens on him like in class during, I don't know if it's like during lunch or something, or like what, like just before school's gonna start.
Oh, in the beginning, I thought he was in the classroom.
Yeah, he's in the classroom.
And then,
but like,
yeah,
like they sometimes they eat at the desk.
I know what you're talking about.
Like it's free time. They're not doing a lesson at the moment, so it's either before class or like during lunch or something.
Yeah, it's during lunch because then he gets his fucking sandwich sniped.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his sandwich gets sniped from fucking this dickhead, fucking Yamakatsu, which is one of his like best friends. Motherfucker just rolls up and just grabs his sandwich and eats it. Takes a J-size bite out of it. Like the fuck.
He eats 75% of the fucking sandwich in one bite.
Didn't even
like
ask. Like looks him dead in the eyes and fucking just eats it. And then the other friend is Mimi. And keep these two in mind because they're super important characters. So they're just talking about like random stuff, like a school trip is gonna happen or something.
Yeah, the trip is to like the big attraction. Yeah. The place.
The place. The area. And they're like just talking about going there and everything. And in the background you see like something's floating out the window. And they turn, it's a dude in like a red mask and like he has a cape and he's just like wrapped in bandages or some shit. And like everything just fucking explodes. And for obvious reasons I cannot show pictures of what happens afterwards because Twitch.
You gotta show the Chinese censorship version.
No, that's even worse. They called it the Bukake Massacre. But yeah, there's just a ton of severed limbs and corpses, and our boy Ganta is like, he's knocked down, he's pretty badly hurt, and his vision is like split and everything, but he lived. He's looking around, he sees his friend Mimi, and he's trying to talk to her, and then he realizes that it's just her head, and like the guy who did all of this is just like holding the severed head. I think he throws it at him or something. Or just,
he like tosses it towards him.
Yeah. And then like puts like this fucking diamond in his chest, and he fucking passes out. Wakes up in the hospital, and he's thinking like, oh my god, I survived this horrible thing. I'm gonna have to live with this for the rest of my life, which he does. But apparently literally everyone in the world is like, this motherfucker killed all his classmates and lived to tell the tale. We must prosecute him. And this girl, Mimi, her dad is like, not, like jury or anything like that, but he's there. Like, you motherfucker, you killed my daughter. You were supposed to be best friends. They fucking start jumping his ass in the court.
Yeah. I'm not sure if like the dad like believed it at first, but then when the video
there was like a doctored video of him like talking mad shit. It's like, watch, on this day I'm gonna finger my butthole. And it came true.
That's not. That's not.
Oh,
Oh, did you miss
But
that
yeah, in the
episode?
video he was. Yeah, in the video he was just like, yeah, nobody's ever gonna expect it because I'm just an innocent kid and I'm so cute, and the judge is going to like, pardon me, and then after I'll tell you like how I did it or what I did it with or some shit like that. And then the dad just like leaps over the fucking like that wall that divides the people watching and the actual court and starts stomping on that nigga like, I trusted you, I let you around my family for years, I treated you like a son. Obviously, like, justifiably upset.
Yeah.
he's hitting the gritty on his body.
For real. He can't even have an open casket though.
Nah.
That's like sad.
So he gets sent to, I mean, not prison, but like an extreme version of prison, which is called the.
He gets a death sentence.
Yeah, he gets the death sentence, and he goes to Deadman Wonderland, which is this
Whoa.
giant like holding place for inmates that have like death sentences. They've done the worst of the worst possible things. And what it is they have to go through these like trials and tribulations, these death matches basically. And it's all portrayed as entertainment for regular people and for people like investing in this place. And I believe the regular people watching think that it's like just visual effects and stuff. Meanwhile, motherfuckers are like getting torn in half and shit. I'm like, yeah, it's smoke and mirrors.
The craziest part is the prison is in fact where the trip was supposed to be to. Because you see like kids in the stands, like their age and the uniforms just like theirs, being like, it's just effects, don't be so scared. And even if it wasn't, who cares? They're criminals.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have this guy who was his lawyer, Tamaki.
Dickhead McGee.
Yeah, and he's his lawyer and everything. He's like, I'm gonna get you out, kid, don't worry. And he gets sent to the Wonderland and everything. And it turns out that this guy is like, what is he? He's not the director, right?
He's they call him the promoter, but he's basically the son of the CEO.
Yeah. But he's like trying to be director.
Yeah.
He wants the place to be his. But he's basically the one in charge of like the death games and everything, and like there's hidden shit that other people don't know about. And speaking of other people, we have Machina, who is like, she's supposed to be in charge, but really he is.
Yeah, she's kind of like the warden, I guess.
Yeah. She is a G cup. She has a sword and high heels, so she matches all of my criteria. And her like little second in command is Kasuga, just to show her here. She doesn't really do much. She's just kind of there, like, oh, okay, yes, I'll do this.
She gives off lesbian vibes.
No, what? No.
Whoa.
Whoa. No.
You can't say that.
Bro is the biggest fucking simp I've ever seen.
So while Machina is like introducing the concept of the Wonderland to the inmates, Ganta is just kind of standing there. He's still confused about everything that's happening. He's like in shock, and this one guy just like rams into him with a cart. This guy here, yo, and he's just like this little fuckboy, and he's like, oh man, I'm so sorry, and Machina comes out. She's like, give it back. He's like, what are you talking about? She's like, give it back. I'm not gonna tell you again. It's like, I have no idea what you. And then she just fucking slices his chest open. And that's a clip I had seen, and I was like, we're gonna watch this for the podcast. That's all I knew about this show was that. I was like, oh, okay. What else? I know he's given like a bag, and he's told that it's
Yeah,
gonna have like the stuff that he needs, but he never really checks it out. But it has like
yeah, he does that shit that all teenagers do when
Yeah.
they procrastinate the fuck out of everything.
So if you look back, go back to the picture of Gonta. He has this collar on. So this collar it acts as like a shock collar and a GPS thing to like keep the prisoners, keep track of them and to keep them at bay when they, start to riot or whatever. But it's also slowly injecting him with poison. And the only way to prolong his life is to eat these special candies that they have. And you have to eat one every 3 days to extend your life. And they give him one in the pack, and he just never fucking opened it, so he didn't know about it. But basically, to summarize, most of what's going to happen in these first couple of episodes is they have to compete in the games. So the first game you get is it was like the obstacle course one, right?
Yeah, it's a Roblox obby.
It kind of is, yeah. They have to just like go through this obstacle course where there's like blades spinning and they have to jump across platforms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was this one like big ass dude who was like, I'm the king of this here city. Howdy, cowboy. I don't know what the fuck. Whatever. Apparently he was like an MMA fighter in real life, and he like hit his girlfriend or something and got sent to this maximum security prison.
Yeah,
he was kind of a dickhead.
Yeah, he was real famous for being like crazy strong and shit like that. So everybody was kind of like, oh no, he's here. There's no chance now.
Yeah, we'll never live. And then he gets like taken out immediately.
Not immediately.
He fucks up Yo though.
Yeah, no, Yo gets taken out of me. I just wanted to be like said that Yo is constantly getting hurt.
Yeah.
Like every episode he has an injury, and every episode he's in the infirmary. Sometimes twice an episode.
Yeah.
This nigga's just always in the line of fire.
That's just his trope.
Yeah.
It's just the friend that always gets hurt.
Who gets beat the fuck up.
That's called a twink.
Huh?
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 Okay.
Anyway, we also
Can't
have
say that.
we also have someone who's helping Gonta out, and she's kind of this mysterious girl that appeared to him while he was like, you know, like in the old school prison movies where they got the fucking pickaxe and they're hitting the rocks and they're like, it's a chain gang, you know?
Yeah.
He was doing that shit, and he's just like, I want to die, and she just comes out of nowhere. She has a fucking pipe. It's like, if you want to die, I can kill you. And she's just like playing with him the entire time. But it's Shiro. Shiro is the best character in this anime.
She's best girl.
Yes.
Look at that smile.
It's a perfectly nice smile.
Perfectly normal as all things should be.
Yeah. I don't
So
understand what
basically-
the issue is here.
As a true friend, she, takes a very long pipe and starts swinging it towards Gonta's, head because he wanted to die. So like, she's like, I mean, if you really want to die, I could do it in one swing. And she's like, that shit, like you can hear the wind,
Oh yeah.
like swoosh past it. That's how hard she swung.
Yeah.
And he dodged, and she was like, well, maybe not one hit, keep dodging. And
Yeah.
she just keeps attacking him.
One thing we find out about her very quickly is that she's like super strong and agile.
He got
And
bit
that
on.
it's like she was waiting for him because she already knew his name. Whereas a lot of the other characters didn't really know his name. They're just like, oh, you're that kid who massacred like the whole classroom and stuff like that. But nobody really knows him by name except for her.
And he doesn't really seem to find it weird. This is kind of the weird part. He's like, oh, okay, you know my name.
He just kind of went along with
Yeah.
it. He was just like,
I think he's just kind of focused on the fact that she's trying to kill him.
Yeah.
I don't think he has time to process the fact that she said his name.
But she has this pale white hair. She has on this like one-piece jumpsuit that is like skin tight. You would almost think that it's her skin.
Mhm.
And she's super strong. She's just airheaded. She's like a child.
Yeah.
And from like the moment she first appeared on screen, Jay and I were both like, this is giving me Elfin Lead vibes with like Lucy.
Yeah, this is the split personality.
Yeah.
She also took a shovel to the back of the head, by the way.
Yeah.
Just got back up with no problem. Just like,
She absolutely. So Donta, you know, he got bullied by some 3 grown ass men, and she came down and she fucked them up. And then one of them took a shovel to the back of her head, and she just kind of, you know, fell asleep for a little while.
Which
took
is
a
a
little
valid
nap.
reaction. I'd probably react the same way.
Yeah.
Just take a
She
little
just
nap.
got EP, for real.
Just kind of eepy, so. Then like some fuck shit happens, and something like a giant boulder is falling, and Ganta realizes that he has powers because he fucking uses his blood to like destroy it.
He's a bloodbender, like Katara.
Basically, yeah. But he doesn't really know like what that was that happened or how to control it. Not at this point, at least. But the show goes on. They do that first game. So they're basically told that you need to earn credit points in order to buy things. So any essentials, food, water, like that kind of stuff, you need points in order to buy. You need to buy your candy to survive. You can buy clothing. You can buy pretty much anything.
I'm sure it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, the candy is but they have everything there. So like they have like fucking lobster.
Yeah.
Like you can live your life as a king if you know have the skill to back it up.
So he kind of has to take part in this event, and he does, and you know, with the help of Shiro, he ends up winning this first event and is awarded like 10,000 credit points or something like that. I don't remember like how they get to the next plot point.
Yeah, he didn't did he win credits for participating? I thought he only won the bean bun.
Oh no, it was the next game he won.
Yeah. So the candy itself is 100,000 credit points. So you have to like, I think they award a lot, or at least for the first game they awarded a lot. I think it was like somewhere like $500,000 or some shit like that. But basically that game ended with everyone dying except for Shiro and Ganta, and then there being no winner. So everyone died for no reason.
Like he saved her at the last minute, and then the ball popped on the spikes, so it was a draw.
Yeah.
There's so many people that were upset.
Yeah.
Like the spectators, I was like, if only they knew.
Yeah, lucky for Yo, he got cut up before he could participate. So.
he was in the nursery.
It's a different type of plot armor. It's not a fun one.
I know that there's the part that he's outside talking to Shiro. No, he's talking to Yo, and the red man comes back.
Yeah.
And attacks.
He breaks through the wall, and that's how we get to the second plot point.
Yeah. G block.
Or rumored to be G block.
Yeah.
But on the map there is no G block. It only goes to F.
Oh no. Whatever can we do? And then Shiro's like, you just fucking vent. You have to be sus.
Yeah. Imposter Among Us.
So they sus us Among Us and they find G block. But they're chased down by a robot that looks like fucking like BB-8 on crack.
Wait, you gotta talk about what happens when he sees the red man. Like what occurs.
I don't remember. I'm still kind of high.
Oh, great. Okay, I got it. I love this. I really like this anime, so I'm gonna be the one talking the majority of it. Unless Jay wants, you gonna take it away, Jay?
Nah, you got
Jay
it.
barely talks when he presents.
Okay, so basically, they're outside, they're chopping it up, just doing what teens do, enjoying their red bean buns and stuff like that. And I think because they're eating the red bean buns, Gonta kind of gets like he's multiple times in the episode he kind of gets flashbacks of like his two best friends and like missing them and like what life was like right like just a week ago.
About a week ago.
Okay. So Shiro's, kind of like talking to Gonta. He's not really responding too much. And then the wall once again explodes. And so Gonta's just kind of like frozen, he kind of is just like, oh my god, it's the Red Man, he's here. And everybody starts kind of get like how do you say, like pulled, like it's like a tornado basically when he pops up. So people start getting like swept up in the tornado and getting thrown around. Some people are getting, ripped to shreds. Oh, while this man is just like floating in the air and smiling hard as shit. And nobody really knows what's happening except for Gonta because he recognizes him and he's like, oh shit, the Red Man's back. So he gets really angry and Shiro's trying to figure out like what's happening, why is Gonta so upset right now? And well, this is the Red Man for reference. And so this is the man who killed all his classmates and then once again popped up while he's doing his prison sentence for a crime that this man committed. So he gets angry and he's like, I have to avenge my friends. I have to get him. I have to protect Shiro. And so he charges up to him and throws out like what I can only describe as like a blood ball out of his hand. And it's kind of has the same ring that the Red Man has. Like it's like almost the exact same ability. And that nigga eats that shit. Like he's just like was that all? Like this is a really supercharged ability and everybody's like this is enough to kill somebody. But for this man, he's just so powerful that he's just like okay. It's kind of like the when a kid gets really angry, so they start attacking you, and it's like that was cute.
It's like very light.
Yeah, they gave their entire like everything into that attack, but it just didn't do shit. And so I think he gets hit and then I don't remember. Does the Red Man just leave after that? Like he just hits him and then dips? Yeah, he just kind of like was like, haha, fuckhead, and just Itachi like forehead flicked that nigga and then left. It was just like, see you later, little brother, and then was gone. And so now they're both knocked out, and I think they end up in the infirmary again.
He was used to it.
And in the infirmary is when they see Yo also in the infirmary.
Whoa.
And they kind of like talk about it and stuff like that, and they're like they're kind of talking about what happened and stuff like that, and there are also people who are also in the infirmary also talking about it like on the sideline. And they're like, yeah, like that was like the Red Man and or he's like some freak, and this is not the first time that he's apparently like busted down the prison and like broke it and shit like that. And that apparently he is also coming from a part of the prison. Oh yeah, and this is the nurse. She
can get it. She can get it. Yep.
She
can get it.
A lot of people in this, like who work here, are just a bunch of sages.
Mm-hmm.
So She's also one of them,
Yeah,
but
I
she's
know
kind
what
of
I'm
like
about.
a calmer one.
Mm,
Uh, at least in the beginning. In the beginning, right now,
yeah, right
she's
now.
calmer one. Yeah. So, everything happens. Gonta finds out that the Red Man is actually in this prison, and he is in G Block. And he's telling Yo about it, and like freaking out and stuff like that. And he's like, "So you're telling me the Red Man busted out of the prison, came back, and then busted out again? That doesn't make any sense."
It's a
And he's
weird
like,
flex.
yeah, he's like, "I don't know, but I know he's here." And after hearing the other prisoners be like, he's in G Block, then they go on a quest to kind of like run through the prison trying to get to G Block. But the G titty lady, um,
Machina.
she had seen everything in the courtyard because obviously everything's kind of under her control. And she's like, "What the fuck is this kid?" And that's when she starts to realize that the CEO's son, the promoter, is actually a lying two-faced bitch. And he's hiding shit from her, and she has access to a lot of things that she didn't even know existed before until Kanta arrived. So she kind of yells at him while they're still in the infirmary and stuff like that before they find out that the Red Man's in G Block. And he's just like, "It's none of your business, just do your job, like don't worry about it."
Get out of
And
my room, I'm
obviously
playing Minecraft.
"Get out of my room, Mom, I'm playing Minecraft." And she just, obviously doesn't accept that. So after that, she kind of puts the whole prison on lockdown, and she starts hunting Gonta. And that's when they, kind of start venting and shit like that. Once they see the map has no G Block. Do you have a picture of the robot?
Nah,
I need to find it.
I forgot all about
Because
it.
the robot pops up a couple of times, and this
Yeah.
robot's not like a normal robot. So this shit, I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of cute. Like it's like an R2D2 type of cute, but this shit is not like he's not a homie.
It's dangerous.
Like he's the definition of if not friend, why friend shape. This nigga, he's fast as shit. I think he's got like guns or some shit. And he just starts barreling down the hallway towards them. So they jump in the vent and they're running away from him, and then it also busts through the wall and just starts chasing them down. It's able to read them. So we also find out that what Gonta's prison code name is, what Yo's code is, and we also find out that Shiro, who is in the prison, doesn't have a code. They don't know who she is. So
it's
cute though. It's cute.
I could see like plushies being made of this.
Yeah, it's like it has like, okay, so before it turns like all attack version, Necromako is so fucking adorable.
It's
it has
kind of
like a little
what is it? Fucking Bastion.
It has like a cute little like dirt face.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a picture. But it's just until he starts attacking, and then it's like, oh
Yeah.
no, death.
Oh no.
You're gonna kill me.
I'm in danger.
Pretty much. Like, he's so adorable. And so eventually, the robot keeps chasing them. They're like kind of fighting back, but also like running away at the same time. And this is when they lose sight of him, like sight of everybody. They lose the robot. They don't know where the prisoners are. They can't find them. They're off the grid. And that's how they kind of like figure out that there is, like, she kind of confirms like, oh shit, like there is a big part of this prison that I don't have control of, and she has no idea why, what these people are, what is happening, and stuff like that. And then that's when we meet the next guy,
The next
the next
guy.
bloodbender. Yeah.
This
They
guy.
find the yeah, they find the vault to G Block, and then they meet Senji. And
He
you
had
can
two
continue now.
eyes at that point though.
Yeah, don't worry about the fact that he has one right now.
Yeah,
You'll find out later.
we'll get to that part. But
Yeah.
he just like the robots attacking and everything. They're trying their best to fight it off, but it's not really working.
Yeah.
And then this guy just kind of like pops out of nowhere, and he has blades on his arms, and he like fucks up the robot.
Yeah. This is also how we kind of find out that what's his name? Gonta has no control of his powers. Even though he desperately wants to protect Shiro, he like tries to summon the blood ball again and just absolutely can't.
Yeah.
And that's why Senji kind of is just like, you guys are making a lot of fucking noise outside my door.
He has
Get off my
performance
lawn.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. But Ganta's just kind of going off because he thinks that Senji is the Red Man. So, like, from the way he's smiling and his blood powers, he's like, oh my god, this is him. This is that motherfucker. And he tries to, like, piece him up, like, just barehanded, like he's trying to fight him. And it is not working at all. He gets all bloodied up and beaten up by him. And the guy's like, come on, are you serious? Like, this is child's play to me. And that's when he's able to finally summon his blood ball and throws it, catches him right in the chest. And Senji is just like amazed because it was dead center, and he kind of has this obsession, it seems, of things being like perfectly centered. And they start going at it again, and I don't remember.
Wait, say it again. What did you say?
Like they're going at it and shit, but I don't really remember.
Oh yeah. So they started fighting because Gonta's like, you have my power, you're the Red Man. I have to fuck you up now. Even though you just saved me from that robot. And Senji's the type of character who's just kind of like, pug a fight. Like, I'm down. Like, he doesn't care about the fact that he called him something that he has no idea what it is. But so after the robot is obviously obliterated in the corner, Senji and Gonta start fighting. Senji starts cutting that nigga up. Like, I don't know if I'm sorry. Can I not say that word?
You've said it like 5 times already, bro.
I didn't. I didn't notice until right now. Okay? He starts cutting that fellow up, and he's just like using his blood blades is how I want to kind of describe it. I sent a picture. I don't know if it loaded.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool. But yeah, those are his blood blades. And so he starts cutting him up, and he's just kind of like getting beat up. Like he's not really fighting back in the beginning, because he doesn't know how to. Until he realizes that Senji was able to summon his ability, but with these like rings that he has on his fingers, which cut his fingers open. So he kind of realizes that his ability is only activated if he has an open wound. And so he fires another blood ball at Senji, and Senji obviously blocks it, but it shatters his blades. His blades that just, cut through fucking steel. And it shatters them, and it hits him straight in the chest. And he has this cute little catchphrase. You wanna tell them what the cute little catchphrase is?
No.
Oh, fuck you. Jay, you wanna tell him?
Nah, he doesn't want to.
No.
Either.
Come on! Why? They're so... But yeah, his thing that he says like every time he pops up on the screen is, he's like, nice kid, you hit me dead center. He always says dead center. But he's not ready to end it there, and we find out that his name is Crow, and that Gonta's apparently nickname is Woodpecker. And so he goes back to attacking Gonta. Gonta's already lost so much blood by now, and he can't really, like, he's not really going to be able to attack again. And then here's where our good girl Shiro comes in, and she absolutely just like she just sideways kicks that nigga into oblivion.
Six.
And he's completely surprised, and he just falls sideways. And then this is where we find out the second plot point about Senji is that he's scared of women. He's a really big, buff, strong guy who's afraid of women. And
Same.
he just gets completely shy, and he's like, "What's the clothes? Cover up!" And he can't look at her. He's blushing. He's trying to run away, and she's just like growling at him, and she's just like, "Leave Gonta alone, you big meanie." And he's like, "Okay, just put on my jacket, please."
He's just not okay.
Yeah.
He's
And
not,
that's when
yeah.
she's just like, but why?
Yeah, I'm gonna send the little gif.
Yeah. It's crazy. She's doing that windmill punch, but that would probably absolutely destroy him if it connects.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
She
oh, that's
looks like a
harmless.
little-
Nah.
She looks like a little kid who's like fighting an adult, and she's not really like hitting him at all. He's not even really pushing her away. She's just kind of standing there.
Yeah.
But if she actually hit him with that shit, he might not be alive
Nah.
anymore.
He's just
Yeah.
mist. Blood mist.
Yeah, and he's just like, she's like, stop hurting Gonta. And he's like, "Okay, I'll stop if you just like stop moving like that, because you're jiggling." He's so uncomfortable, and she just doesn't get it because she's just so cute and innocent. And I think that's when a bunch of like guards, but not like the captain and her crew. They're different type of guards.
Yeah, it's like a G block subsect.
Yeah, G block guards. And they're like wearing like these like crazy armor and stuff like that, and they
Steal gas money.
I think they like trank dart them
Yeah.
or some shit like that.
Yo.
So yeah, they trank him, and Gonta once again wakes up on a table.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and then we again meet the promoter, and while Gonta's being strapped down, and he's just like, "Oh, you guys couldn't have waited till like tomorrow to fight," and stuff like that, and he just doesn't know what he's talking about. But he's absolutely livid because this is the man who was supposed to be his lawyer that he's now finding out. You know, one is the reason he's here. Two was also in that video, that fake video of him telling people he was planning to kill them, like kill his classmates. And then three is the boss of the prison that he was sent to. So they're doing tests on his blood, and Gonta's, ready to start attacking again. He's starting to explain things to him, so he's starting to kind of understand that all of this was a setup, and all of this is because the Red Man did something to him, and now, because that thing is inside of him, they're intrigued by him, and that's why he's there. That's why they decided to ruin his life, because money.
Basically, yeah. That's why all of our lives get ruined, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now Gonta's being held in G Block.
Yeah.
Yeah, while Shiro and Yo were escorted out of G Block, Yo's money was stolen by the guards, and they're like, "We gotta find Gonta." So it's like two different adventures happening. Gonta is having to, live his life in G Block now. He has to do the fight against Senji. What did they call it? Like the Carnival Corpse Party?
Carnival Corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has to do that, which is just a one-on-one match between the two of them. And that's kind of where he gets more of a grasp on how to use his power. because he's
Yeah.
like shooting wildly at Senji, and he starts getting lightheaded and dizzy. And like right before he did that, I was like, he's shooting out a lot of blood. Like he should not be okay right now. And then
Yeah.
he
And
was
then
like, I'm
lo and
cold, I can't
behold,
see.
yeah, lo and behold, he's not okay.
It's like, yeah, it's using your blood. You only have so much of that. It is not an infinite resource.
Yeah.
So he ends up like just to like condense everything that happened. He ends up just doing like a blood Rasengan on Senji, and like right in his fucking sternum, knocks him out, wins the match.
He says it again.
Hit
He
me dead
says the
center.
thing. Yeah. Senji's the opposite of a sore winner.
Yeah. What? Wait, what? So he's a
A
sore
graceful
I mean,
loser.
the opposite of a sore loser. Sorry, my bad.
A graceful loser.
Yeah, he's a G for real.
It's a homie.
Yeah, he really is. He's like, congratulations, kid. But what Ganta did not know was that there is a punishment for the loser. So while Ganta is like recuperating in the nurse's office, a little game show happens with Senji. He's strapped to a chair. The nurse pulls out this fucking like slot machine from Vegas.
It's like a weird pachinko machine.
Yeah. Pulls the lever, and there's 3 like spinning sections, and they all land on something, right? So whatever it
It's
lands
like a
on,
Danganronpa execution.
yeah, whatever it lands on is what he loses, and it just so happens that it lands on his right eye.
Is it okay to show this? Like,
I don't think
I'm not gonna
so.
like, I'm not gonna show them extracting his eye, but like holding his eye open.
Yeah, that should be fine.
See if it wants to download. See if my phone will be nice to me.
Never.
Clearly.
So Ganta's like watching this happen, it starts fucking vomiting,
Yeah.
and
See
yeah,
if
so
it'll
now
work.
Senji is a Cyclops.
Okay.
He has one eye, but he's still twice as cool.
Yeah, honestly, he doesn't like later on we see him again. He doesn't blame him or anything. He's like, you did
No.
good.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like he got his.
Yeah. He's just like, is the way I knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I've been here. This is not the first time that I've lost. Like, it's not like you're weird. Like, you won. Just be happy it wasn't you. Because it could have been easily.
Well, pretty much immediately after that, we meet this girl, Minatsuki, and
There we go.
our first interaction with her is that she is in like the hallway outside of Ganta's room, and she has like a flower in her hand, and there's this one guy that he's probably gonna be relevant later, but at the moment it's like our first time seeing him. But he's just like,
Yeah.
I'm so hungry, I want to eat the flowers, whatever. She's
Yeah.
like, no, Yamate. And
Yamate kudasai.
Ganta's like, here, eat my food, and he eats like the tray and everything. And he's like,
Yeah,
I'm
he eats
still
the whole
hungry. And he's like chasing
Yeah.
him. So they fucking like trip him and then run into this girl's room, which is covered in flowers. And she's like, I'm gonna strip for you and show you the scars on my back and reveal like my childhood trauma.
Just trauma
Yeah, I
dump.
feel like
Yeah.
this is, mind you, the first meeting. They just met.
Yeah. And Ganta's just like, alright. And she's talking about like how her dad was like doing bad stuff to her.
Not a dad.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
And,
She's truly fatherless.
yeah, and she ends up killing him. And that's how she ended up here. But she doesn't like really reveal how she killed him.
Yeah.
And Ganta's like,
we just know it happened.
yeah. Ganta's just like, I'm gonna get you out of here. And then they try to escape, and it doesn't work out. They get caught, and it's like, you gotta get ready for the match between you two. And Ganta's like, what are you talking about? She's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, you didn't know. You're fighting me.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then we find out her kind of like nickname is hummingbird.
Yeah. Before
Um,
they fight, though, we do have like a little bit of the stuff happening with Shiro and Yo.
yeah,
So Yo's trying to like vent, but he wants Shiro to be a distraction. So she goes into like this fucking like office where a bunch of guards are, and
Yeah.
she's supposed to just like, you know, just be a small distraction. And to sum up, what happens is that she, in a single punch, seems to blow up 2 stories of the building, and limbs
Just-
are literally like raining from the sky. And she's just fucking like, she looks at Yo from like the top of a tower, and she's like, her skin is burnt and she's healing. She just smiles at him, and it just fucking cuts away, and we get no explanation. It's like, fucking
Nothing.
what?
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm just trying to
Absolutely.
figure out why she got the mitts. That's all I need to know. That is my singular question.
Are they like
Because
she's,
restrainers? Like,
Like-
She's an absolute fucking unit, bro.
Yeah.
God knew this should be too strong if she had hands, so they took them.
because you do see after she does this, she's only wearing one of the mitts.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
later on, it's back on again.
Yeah.
Because, like, she just fully, like, basically bodied a dude with just her feet. And I was just like, okay. It's like, I guess she can't use her hands because of the mitts. And I was like, okay, this is fine. You know.
But, like, he shouldn't
But
use
the
her
mitts
hands.
never get you never see her use her hands besides, you know, her swinging wildly.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is kind of weird, but, you know.
You thought it was gonna be like, oh, her hands are like burned or something like that. She can't use them. It's like how you would think that kind of character design would portray itself, but nah,
Yeah.
she's fine. She just has on mitts for whatever reason.
She's just, well, as far as we know,
Yeah.
at least for now.
Yeah, that might change later. I don't know. We never got to that far.
Yeah.
Um,
But
So,
okay,
yeah,
so here's Minotsky when she's, you know, getting chased by the
the big boy
he has a number 5 on his chest.
for Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. Maybe that's his name, Cinco de Mayo. Here's her room covered in flowers. We kind of find out that, you know, she loves flowers because of her mom, who also loved flowers. The flowers that he's pointing at are the ones that she was holding, and they're primroses, which was also her mother's favorite flower.
And it's what she smells like, apparently.
Yeah. So then, you know, they're kind of just like, oh, you guys have to fight, like, it's time. So they take them back to the stage that we saw Senji kind of get his ass beat in. And you can talk about the fight.
Gotta go have a good stream. All right, have a good one. Catch you later.
That's not what I say.
Oh, so their fight. It's kind of like at first he's like, no, I'm not gonna fight her. Boo hoo, we're friends. And
like,
then we find out that she's not as like sweet and wholesome
Nah.
as she seems at first. And that's
Oh,
why
God.
in this picture she looks this way, just kind of like.
Yeah,
she's actually
this
like this
is-
fucking yandere ass, like fucking seeing you bleed makes me wet type shit.
Yeah. This is her
Yeah.
during the fight when Ganta is just kind of like, I don't want to hurt her, and she's just like stupid.
Yeah,
Dumb
she's like
shit.
super sadistic and like gets off on it. And then it's revealed that Yo is her brother, and he's there. And he's like, "That's my sister, dude. Oh my god!" And tries to break up the fight. And then he realizes like what she's really like. He was like, "So
Yeah.
this is what you did to Dad?"
Yeah, and then he gets yoinked.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I was confused because he reveals that he stabbed the dad to death, but they're still saying that she killed the dad.
Yeah, so basically what happened was Yo believed that he killed their father, but he didn't realize that while, you know, she was sitting there uncovered and kind of like, you know, like quaking, is when he went to go stab the dad, she already used her hair, because her branch of sin is in her hair, I guess, and she used that to, I guess, kill the dad. So he was already dead by the time that Yo stabbed him.
He just desecrated the corpse, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she has this hair power. She's fucking Bayonetta, and she
Yeah.
has Yo. You know, he always has to get fucked up. He's held defensive, and that's when
For
Gata
real,
starts
she-
throwing like fastballs at her hair and breaking it off,
Hmm.
and she's not
Yeah.
able to use the power anymore.
Yeah, she only has like 2 strands of hair left up,
Yeah.
like towards the end.
And she uses it to like hold him, and he starts like talking to her to get her like to focus on him. And he starts walking closer
Yeah.
and just fucking headbutts her, and GG.
Yeah.
wins.
He's just like,
Bang.
you know, like, branch of sin is wasted on you. You were abandoned by your mom, and now you're just as useless as she was. Like,
It's like,
you know,
oh my
basically
God.
using all her trauma to kind of like rile her up.
It's like, oh
And
my
then
God.
absolutely, yeah, he just fucking slams his head against hers, and she, you know, passes the fuck out.
She
and
even
there's-
says like
and
as
then-
she's falling in slow motion. She's like, "Did I just get beaten by a headbutt?"
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And the announcers are just like, well, that was so
It's like,
lame, but
yeah.
yeah, you're a winner.
Yeah, and that's when he starts like going off. He's like, "I fucking won fair and square. You give me this." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Where did that come from?"
Yeah, he flips them all off and is just like, fuck you, fuck this place.
Yeah.
I'm not following your rules anymore.
We didn't get much further than this.
Mhm.
But all that really happens after this section is she has to play the losers game. She trauma dumps
Yeah.
some more before that. Talks about like there was an
Yeah.
earthquake and her mom like left her and picked up a flower instead.
Yeah,
and
she
then
picked up
fucking got
the primroses.
crushed. Yeah.
Jinx.
They meet the like rebel group.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
Oh,
way, her
he-
thing that she has to lose ends up being her
Yeah.
hair, so she
Yeah.
doesn't lose any organs or anything.
Yeah.
So she's safe.
They don't kind of like meet the rebel group, more so Ganta gets absolutely like decked in the kidneys by this black woman.
Karako.
Yeah. Do you have a picture of her?
Yep.
There you go. Awesome. So yeah, Karako fucking uppercuts him in the spleen, and he's just like, "What the fuck?" And she's just like, "My bad. I thought you dodged."
It's like, why the fuck would I die?
I see. I'm the problem here for
Yeah.
not expecting to get punched in the stomach.
I see.
Maximum speed. Yeah. And she's just like, you know, I wanted to take a shot at the kid that everybody's so like excited about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He passes the fuck out, and they kind of like take him to like some kind of like bar.
Yeah, they fucking kidnapped his ass.
Yeah, they just take
And-
him, and they're just like, yoink.
Once again gets kidnapped again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
This
that's
is
where
the third time this man has fainted and woken up in a strange location.
That's where we meet Nagi, who is kind of like the
Yeah.
leader. He's the guy who originated it.
Yeah.
Not right away, but later on we learn his backstory of like, you know, him and his wife were both in there. And he was trying
Yeah.
to, you know, get her out. Ended up having to fight her, and like, you know, they ended up killing her or whatever. And they took his voice box, so that's why he talks like a robot now.
Yeah, he kind of has like a, like, the best way I can explain it is like, you know those smokers
Yeah.
who we put in the thing to their throat, and
The
that's how they
microphone,
speak.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how he kind of like talks. And he's just like, you know, my bad, like I should probably explain like what we do and who we are and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's where we kind of just like find out that there is a rebel group that is, you know, not okay with the prison system, but basically they got themselves thrown into like get themselves the death sentence just so they can like destroy it from the inside.
And with those
Um,
two is also Rokuro, who is like the tech wizard guy.
yeah, he's like Light Yagami and L had a baby.
Yeah. And all three of these people and like everyone else in the rebel group, or at least I think so, all have a branch of sin. So these three, for Karako, she's able to like make a shield on her fist,
Yeah,
and like I'm guessing it makes the melee attack stronger and also her
yeah.
defenses.
She wraps her blood around her hand.
Yeah.
I think it's just her right hand. I don't know if it's both of them, but so far we've only seen one hand be wrapped in blood.
For Nagi, he seems to have like these floating blood orbs that can explode.
Yeah. The best way I can explain it is like if you ever watched One Piece, there's this one guy who kind of makes you suck. But he makes like bubble balls, and inside those balls are kind of like there's always something in them, like some of them have like explosions in them and stuff like that. So they're kind of like that. Oh, somebody's twerking.
And then for Rokuro, his is like a shield. He makes like a blood shield. I don't know if he can do more, but that's what we saw him use it as so far. It's just a shield. And then like I said, he's the tech guy, so he has, access to footage, and he's the one who like gets all their information that they need to do their, undercover shit that they're doing.
Yeah. He kind of like hacks the mainframe. He's really fucking smart, which is why, he's like
out of the void. Jesus.
Obama cares.
We're quickly shown though that Rokuro is betraying them.
Yeah.
And he's like feeding them false information, but also feeding like the director, like this is what they're gonna do next.
Yeah.
So we're quickly shown that he's not to be trusted.
Yeah, we get to right before we kind of like see him with all the other people. We have a situation where this guy with a guitar, who apparently is like some type of monk, or he calls himself like an Uber monk.
Yep.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Uber monk.
That's his name?
I don't remember what his real name is.
Oh, okay. Well, Uber monk here, who's just like an old edgy version of Gaara. But instead of a gourd, he has like a guitar or some shit. Yeah. Best name.
That's what they call him.
That's what he calls himself.
Yeah, but like when you go to like the wiki, it says like Uber monk.
Yeah. I think he's called it's not like a gatekeeper or something like that. Yeah, he's called an undertaker.
There are people who like, oh fuck. the nut scared the shit out of me. They're people who like are made to go against the branch of sin wielders.
Yeah. I guess they also I think have branch of sin. I can't really tell. Because it kind of looks like, at least from the fight that happened, he kind of whips out his guitar, and his guitar is also a gun of some sorts, but like an airsoft rifle. And a little bit before this, he absolutely obliterates Yo, because, Yo can't walk around without taking strays.
He needs to meet his quota.
This man's always getting beat the fuck up. So we see the gun used on Yo, and then this guy kind of peeks his eyeball into the workspace or the bar of where the rebel group is, and he's just watching them. We don't know how long for, but he's just like, well, and decides that it's time to fight. Um, haha, he
That's what
got
you
an ad.
get. He got ads. Give me those 2 cents, bitch.
But yeah, he's just like, he starts shooting shit up. You know, everybody's kind of like trying to attack him. The girl, what is it? How you say that? What?
Kawaii.
Kabaki.
Karako?
Karako? That one. Yeah, there we go. Karako is just kind of like she tries to fight him, and she like even like powers up her hand to do it, but he just kind of like blows her away with his little gun.
No.
Yeah, he's just simply like nah, and she goes flying. And it kind of looks like they're all just gonna get like beat up because he's kind of also sadistic, and he's just like, well, I don't care that you're. He's like, you know, they never said that I had to keep you guys alive, or they never really said like how to take care of you guys. So I'm just gonna like absolutely fuck you guys up and within an inch of your lives, and that's how I'll make sure that you guys stay in line.
Yeah.
And then Shiro comes again.
Yeah. Completely whiffs it.
She fucking steps on his guitar and it obliterates, and he's not very happy about that.
Nah.
Yeah.
But then they're reviewing the footage later. It's like, he did something to my attack, and Rokuro pulls up the footage, and it just shows that like Ganta throws the blood ball, and he just like moved his head a little bit and dodged it.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you missed. It's not a big deal, but it happens. He's like, no, that's not what happened. Just fucking loses his shit. He's like, you're all fakers. You're not real rebels. He like fucking leaves.
Yeah, because you know, he takes a minute to pull up the footage with like, which I feel like if you're so smart, like you're so amazing, capable and shit like that, why the fuck is it taking you so long to put up like simple surveillance footage unless you're changing it? Because when we see the fight happen, when we see Ganta throw his ball, what happens is he does something to it, and it kind of like splits it and disperses it into like little grenades and just bounces that shit back at them. And that's what kind of hits Ganta and like throws him back, not the airsoft gun.
Yeah, pretty much. So they have some kind of ability.
Yeah.
But Ganta eventually comes back to them. It's like, I'm sorry. Can I hang out with you guys? Like,
yeah.
No worries.
After finding out the story from Yo, who is once again in the infirmary.
And then they start their big, thing that they're gonna do. But that's kind of where we left off. Like, I don't want to talk about that because we only saw an episode of it.
We kind of like finished like in the middle of what happened, but we get to see another necro macro or macro
robot.
However you say it. Yeah, robot boy.
Alright, so you can go first. Tell us like why you like the show so much and why you were so hyped about it.
You're talking about me?
Yeah.
I really love it because the plot is kind of like interesting, and it's kind of like all over the place, and you kind of start off like in the middle of everything. Like you don't start off like finding out like, oh, here's your character, this is what he's like. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, here's your character, except it's not, and now he has a different personality because trauma. And then, as everything keeps going, you kind of find out like more and more about the characters, and it just kind of gets you excited because you never know what's gonna happen in the next episode. Because like we started the first episode and we was like, okay, now he's being convicted for a crime he didn't commit. And then the second episode, we're like, okay, well, now he has to play in a bunch of like weird games. And then the third episode is like, okay, now the guy who killed everyone is also there.
Yeah.
And suddenly there's more people like him. And he's not competing in the games, he's fighting for his life or
A
losing a
summary of this
limb.
show would be like if you made a video summary, it would be
Yeah.
titled like getting superpowers, and then like in parentheses, gone wrong, gone sexual.
It just keeps changing and new things keep happening, and it's so chaotic, but it also like kind of makes sense. And then like you
A
find out
podcast
like
still
little
going
things.
strong. Yes, ma'am. We're almost at 100 episodes, and then we can
Yeah.
stop.
100 episodes and then it's done.
Yeah.
I bet you didn't know that. Well, now you can cry about it.
I mean, it's not like we
5
haven't been
episodes.
saying it for a while now on the episode.
I don't know,
It's not
listen.
completely done. We might come back and do specials and
Here
stuff.
and there.
Never
Rip-
trust men
rip-
because all men do is lie.
Wow.
At least I don't eat hot chip.
Hot chip and lie. But yeah, like it's all over the place, and you get attached to a lot of characters, and then you're like, oh no, this character's gonna die, but then you're like, oh, no, they didn't die, but like, I'm sure they wish they did.
Yeah.
And like the first introduction to like Minotsky was she's a yandere sadist freak who's talking about, what is the use for having a brother? What is the use for having men if they can't get her off, And then in the same episode, she's just like, oh no, what did you guys do to me? I'm scared to get hurt. I'm vulnerable. Like, I want to see them again. I want to talk to them. Like, she immediately does like a 180
Yeah.
off like the first episode. And now you're just like, well, I wonder what's gonna happen now that her whole entire personality has changed.
So what would you rate it out of a 10?
I'd give it pretty high. The only thing is it is very fast. I wish it was a little slower, because it is kind of like we've only done like 4 episodes, but we kind of like, or 4 or 5 episodes, but we kind of know like the majority of the plot, and we can kind of see where it is going. Like, it kind of rushed there.
We're on like episode 9.
Are we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I might be lying. Because I know it has the little, like, quote-unquote pre-episodes in between it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if it counted those as episodes.
No. We're on episode 9.
Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe like a 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. Jay, how about you?
Alright. I've heard of this, so definitely seeing it for a first time, like actually sitting down and watching it, I'm impressed. I'll be honest. I'm actually took me by surprise, like from episode 1 to 9. It's not like it wasn't a huge giveaway to like what was gonna happen, because even first episode didn't give too much. I was like, okay, this is probably just your generic like prison anime kind of,
Yeah.
And I was definitely proven wrong within the first 2 episodes. But the characters are all good. There's not necessarily any character that I hate as of yet.
Yeah.
No, I'll keep that as a yet.
You don't hate the director?
Well, I don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I can't say I hate him, but I don't like him. Me no like.
It's
Think-
like he serves the purpose of being a villain, but I don't hate his
Yeah.
characterization. He serves
Yeah.
the purpose.
Like-
It's kind of like this whole like show is like Squid Game before Squid Game,
Yeah.
But
Especially with
definitely,
the old man.
yeah. Definitely a fan, and I'm looking forward to watching more. My list has gotten, actually, it's not that big. I've been knocking shows off little by
Nice.
little.
So what's your rating?
give this a solid 8. This got me.
All right. As for me, I remember seeing. I think this used to run on like Toonami back in the day.
Yeah.
Right. So I remember seeing
That's-
commercials for it,
Yeah.
and back then, I mean, I don't know what I compared it to back then because Squid Games wasn't a thing now. But looking back on it, I'm like, oh yeah, just seeing those ads, I was like, oh, it's like a fucking anime Squid Game.
Yeah.
It's not so much that like one to one, but it general idea, yeah, trying to like escape this place. Um, I didn't really know much going into it. I knew it was gonna be like some kind of survival game thing. I didn't know how far in it would go. Um, but it has a good plot. I like most of the characters I've seen so far. I've liked all the main characters, all the mainstays I've loved so far. Um,
Yeah.
Plot's good. The action scenes are really good. The mystery is good.
Yeah.
The only
I'm
thing
excited to see more about like how Gonta and Shiro know each other.
Yeah, because it's revealed to us that they like knew each other from childhood.
Yeah, we get like a little sneak peek, and we see like
We see her
the
cripple
Red
a dog.
Man. Also, yeah, yeah, that dog's dead. But we get to see the Red Man as an action figure.
Mm.
Uh, uh, it's a lot of interesting things about to happen.
But yeah, I think the only thing I had to complain about was the English VA for Gonta. Like I mean, I've gotten used to it at this point, but it was really hard because he was in Ghost Stories, which like makes it comedic to me. But he was always in like everything I've ever seen this guy play in for the most part that he uses this specific voice for. It was always like those like random harem animes that get like a season, and they're like comedic, and the guy is always too chicken shit to like touch the girl, but always ends up touching her and getting smacked and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
He always plays the MC in those. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? He's using that voice for this character, and it is not that kind of anime. But that's what I'm used to.
Yeah,
It is kind of disheartening to know that there's no season 2. So I would say
Yeah.
watch what is available for season 1 and then read the manga, because I'm imagining, just based on what I've seen, just looking up the pictures today, I got spoiled on a few things, but it seems like
Yeah.
the season 1 ends like midway through the like story basically.
yeah. As any actual anime fan will tell you, the manga's better, so it gives you more information.
But I would say I give it an 8. It was good. I'm planning on continuing it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I hope Shiro gets a better ending than Lucy does.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anything anybody want to say before we find out what we're watching for next time?
Nah.
I'm also pretty much good.
All right, so tell me what's up, good brother.
Alrighty. So for the next episode, I've decided we're gonna watch something about maids.
Is that the name of it? Something
We're watching Akiba Maid War.
Oh, I thought it was called something about maids. I was like, huh?
No,
Nah.
we're watching Akiba Maid War.
This was actually on my list, so I'm happy to watch
Ah.
this.
Nice.
My favorite part is the panda.
Got broads in Atlanta. Yeah, I'm excited to watch that. Hell yeah, brother. Tune in next time.
Yes, sir.
I know
I do
ads for
wanna
it was
say-
wild.
Yeah. The only way I found out about this was a TikTok. It was the singular TikTok with the
Yeah.
first, like, maybe 30 seconds of the first episode is just someone getting gunned down. And that was it. And I was like, what? What?
I
that-
want to
that-
see that.
That's like when we watched like Vivi.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The first episode was like people getting gunned down by drones and shit. We were like, what is happening? It's like 10 seconds in. Or like when I first started watching Licorice Recoil. Like I was watching it just for myself. And then it had the whole scene where like the girls in the school uniforms are just like gutting people down.
Just shoot, yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? We're watching this for the podcast. So yeah, I'm hyped for this. Why not? So yeah, tune in next time for that. It'll be next month, which is Spoopy month, October.
Spoopy
Oh
Buff.
man, we're not watching something spoopy?
Oh,
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Damn, it's all Jay's fault.
Damn it,
Right.
Jay.
Go stick around for movie night. Gotta be something spooky for fucking anime.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if we do something else.
It's okay. In
Like a
November,
little-
we're watching a Thanksgiving anime.
They have those?
Probably. There's an anime for anything.
Just like
True.
we just watched the Thanksgiving special of like Food Wars.
Oh.
No, no, no.
Like the turkey's not the only thing getting stuffed right now.
Grandma's going crazy
No.
over this Thanksgiving yams.
The yams.
Yams.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Adios.
Bye bye.
everybody.